Away at the show floor. So I did what I usually do for Ask the Buffalo, put out a call for questions, and most of the questions were one single question. So I'm going to answer that one question a little bit of a longer way than I usually would in Ask the Buffalo. Let's go ahead and get started. So the question I got more than anything other than how was it talk to 50 Cent, which was freaking cool, was what was the coolest thing that we got to see at CES, or some variant of that. So CES has changed a ridiculous amount. It's like the equivalent of like a 9-year-old to like a 30-year-old. It's gone through some serious puberty action. Its voice is deeper, and you wouldn't even recognize it from back in the day. So it used to be big keynotes from Microsoft and the like, and those big sort of tech companies used to make announcements here, has been replaced by cars. And car technology is huge here at CES. We saw some crazy stuff. We saw probably a car from the future. Mercedes saying we're going to see it in 2030, and it was the Mercedes F15, and it looked like, if you were just to draw a silhouette of it, it'd be just like an oval with a couple wheels on it. The thing was absolutely gorgeous to look at. First, completely autonomous, surrounded and blanketed by LCD screens, and almost they project what's outside of the car, so it looks like you're not even in a car. Really odd-looking seats, but they're odd for a reason. They rotate a full 360 degrees so that you can actually turn and talk to the people behind you. Since it's autonomous, you really don't have to drive the car, which in itself is a little bit creepy. They say the cabin will be as luxurious as the best first-class cabin on any major airline. It was really kind of cool to see. We saw the Toyota Mirai, which is their hydrogen-powered car. We did videos and all this stuff. You can click the link down below to go check them out. First time I've seen it in person, fully hydrogen-powered, so it's a hydrogen electric car powered by fuel cells. I explained how all of that stuff works. We saw Volkswagen's touch concept for their Golf, where you control your car with touch and your voice and gestures. Like if you want to roll up your sunroof, you just sort of make a gesture and it rolls up. Don't know if we're going to see that sort of percolate to any other car or actually get released, but still really cool to see, and a ton of connected car options. If you can take sort of one moral away from the car world at CES, it was all the car manufacturers really want you to use your phone, but do not want you to touch it. We saw that across everything with Apple and Android integration. Everything was, how can you still use the features of your phone without actually touching it? And one thing I'm really happy to see in cars now in GPS is that you can actually search. It never made sense to have maps without being able to search. If you want to look up an address, you have to pick out your phone, look your address, and type it in. Now you can do all of that on your car, so that was super cool. It's good to be back in the studio. Let me stop for just one quick sec to thank our friends at Squarespace. Fun fact, the original Jon4Lakers.com website was actually designed on Squarespace. I used it because it was super easy to use and really robust. They've totally redesigned it now for Squarespace 7. It's got full integration with Google Apps, which is really nice and makes life just so much easier. A partnership with Getty Images, so you can get all the images that you want up on your site. A ton of new templates as well. You can start a trial with no credit card required and start building your website today. When you decide to sign up for Squarespace, make sure to use offer code TECHNO with a capital T to get 10% off your first purchase, and also share your support. If you want to start a blog, you want to start a website, Squarespace is the most robust, easy to use platform that there is out there. Squarespace, start here, go anywhere. A little bit of disappointments here as well. We didn't see big product announcements that we usually do. Samsung usually blows everyone away with their products. We didn't see much giant in the way of the mobile world. They announced some crazy awesome new TVs, which is always kind of nice to see, but I think sort of giant and flagship that we expected over the past few years. Speaking of TVs, OLED is here, and OLED looks stupid awesome, which is a weird expression. Why is it stupid? It looks brilliantly awesome. The light-emitting diodes, or the organic light-emitting diodes rather, they turn themselves on or off, so you get that true black that you can't get with backlit LCDs or even with local dimming added to it. They just look absolutely gorgeous. We saw the further evolution of the curved and then flat, and they can sort of move back and forth, push of a button. That was neat. But seeing OLED and say next generation OLED and now come to affordable price point up to 77 inches is absolutely awesome to see. So take anything away from CES, it was cars and it was TVs. Also, pretty good year to possibly buy a laptop. Intel's Core Series M processor here. Laptops are getting super thin, fanless designs, lightweight. It's a good year to get a Windows laptop if you are in the market for one. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching the episode of Ask the Buffalo. I hope you enjoyed. Next week, I will be back in the warm comforts of my bed, in the office, in the studio. But for right now, we are at CES 2015. I'll see you guys next video. Bye-bye.
What's up? This is 50 Cent. Thank you for watching Techno Buffalo.